As much as I love fishing in the UK, it's good to get out of your comfort zone once in a while and experience something completely different in your angling. Sometimes there are old scores to settle that drive you to it, and 3 years ago, my first mission down to a big public water in the south of France to meet Remy was just that. In the autumn of 2015, I drove down to the Ebro in search of big cats and carp, and to fish with my old mate Ditch. This year, a French river carp was on the agenda, and although I fluked an amazing mirror from the Seine in Paris last year, I wanted to do some proper river carping. Samir is renowned for his European road trips, along with his other half Claire. They tackle venues big and small all across Europe, doing several road trips a year to some incredible places. Morning, Samir.
Morning, Mr. Davies.
This is where all good trips start, eh?
That's it, Eurotunnel, Folkestone.
So what's the plan, man?
A bit of wild river, down in the east of France. We're going to head down there, look at this sort of swim that we've fished before, which is quite nice as a starting point. Do a night there, get our heads down. If that doesn't work out, I'm going to get in the boat and get on the hunt, mate. A bit of Boy Scout business, and hopefully we can find a good group and get amongst them.
Sweet. What river are we going to fish, man?
I'd love to say, but I can't.
With Claire busy, date was put in the diary for me to join Samir for a little river carping adventure. With a 6:30am crossing, we were on the road early. On the other side of the channel, the drive turned from motorways to countryside to small village streets, and those streets eventually led us off the beaten track. We eventually arrived at a beautiful and secluded spot on the river. First you work, eh, bud?
Not easy lugging boats and batteries around.
Fair play, mate.
Yeah, no, it looks good. Sun's come out now, so everything feels a lot warmer. That wind's just died off. We're due a southwesterly tonight, so fingers crossed.
What can you do?
Get the rigs tackled up then and get on the water. See if we can find some spots, mate.
The plan was simple. We would search the river a couple of miles in each direction before deciding where to plot up.
Let's go find a big carp, mate.
With a petrol outboard, we could cover much more ground, and we scoured the river with the Echo for features and targets, as Samir called them.
These little ridges like this bit here, there's like a little ridge, and that as the boats go past, they sort of wash anything out of the main channel and it gets caught up in those little bits. They can be quite good.
Better looking spot.
Looks really nice. If you really wanted to, you could fish this set of snags here from both sides. There's a swim there, there's a swim there.
Not only was there the river to explore, but the river in this valley is flanked by numerous gravel pits of all shapes and sizes, some controlled, some wild and untouched. We stopped off to check them out, fighting our way through the undergrowth.
See ya. Yeah, not the one, bro. That other lake looks better, to be honest.
With the option of returning, we put some bait on a few spots. We would be back tomorrow to check them.
So we just covered sort of the north section of south section, sorry, of the river. Found about 4 targets, not really enough to move on, so I'm gonna go search the other end now. Hopefully we can find a nice group all stacked up together. This time of year, you know, you think they'd be a bit more spread out now. It's been a cold winter and not so great spring as well. So yeah, let's continue the hunt, see if we can find them.
We stopped back in at base camp briefly for some supplies before heading in the opposite direction to continue the hunt. So far, there had been little to go on. The river was barren and featureless, and the Echo hadn't thrown up any big groups of carp so far.
We're just rolling up on a bridge. After looking at this old decrepit canal, looks like it should lead to Mordor or something. But Yeah, we've got a lot going on in this area. A few depth changes, the pillions for the bridge, the introduction of the old canal that's all silted up with a big drop off. So, and boom, there we go. Target right there. So, really want to have a good look around this area, not to overlook anything, because sometimes these can throw us up a few gems. Mate, this is a really nice area here. In carp shaped.
Looks carp shaped.
We'll
One carp.
One is better than none, but where are they?
We've had a good look now as well. Well, we've seen maybe maximum sort of 13 targets spread out over 4 miles. All right, somewhere they're all here. And it's our job to hunt them out. No, right, Ollie?
The afternoon began to draw on and we had a decision to make. Did we head to the bridge or did we stay put and fish out of the van? Upon arriving back at the van, we made one last sweep of the area. Lo and behold, we found a couple of targets on the Echo and the decision to stay for the night was made. At this point, a stream joined the main river and there was shallow water stretching out nearly 100 yards before the riverbed drops off sharply into the deep boat channel. It was possible to wade to the edge of the channel and cast our heavy leads the short distance into the deeper water. It had been a long day and we had worked hard. I just hoped that our efforts would be rewarded.
Been a busy day, bro.
Yeah, mate, we've done some miles today. We've had a good look at the sector up the top. And we had a good look down the bottom as far as the bridge. See 4 or 5 echoes in the whole of that top sector. We found a few down by the bridge, didn't we? Got a bit of bait in.
Yeah, there was definitely fish down there. You know, the Echo don't tell you exactly what they are, do they? But
Fish of undetermined species.
indeed.
But yeah, no, we'll have to wait and see. To be fair, we was going to move up there when we spent probably a good 45 minutes looking around those pillions of the bridge. And we see a number of fish at different depths and of different sizes and lengths. Like I said, of undetermined species. But we wasn't just about to make the move, but we thought we'd have one last sweep of our own swim once we made the 1.5 mile journey back. And would you believe it? As we passed over Mr. Oli Davies' spot, there was a donkey just sitting there amongst the weeds. So the decision was made to stay, and so here we are. So if we manage to nick one out tonight, we'll still be off in the morning because they're just not here in numbers.
No, mate.
We threw a bit of bait in after seeing the donkey, and spots primed for tomorrow. And let's be fair now, we'll be a bit more organised and a bit fresher in the morning. It has been a long day.
Yeah, man, for sure. It would have been a bit of a rush setting up there.
And you know what I'm like trying to find them spots, mate.
Yeah. No, it's got to be right. That's fair enough, man. So,
Yeah, so tomorrow, hopefully we'll have one in the sack. If not, then we'll be off past his knee. Best start to the day, mate. Bit of an uneventful night. See one show yesterday evening. I've been up since crack of dawn. Nothing. Just swans and cheven. So even though it's an absolutely lovely place to sit and be, a part of me just can't sit here. I think we're gonna maybe pack up or go for a good look around and see if we can find them. But yeah, I'm not really comfortable sitting here, so I'm not feeling it.
it's all about the fish, isn't it, man?
Yeah, we didn't
much
drive
as-
all the way down here for nothing, did we? So we've got to find them.
Morning bite time over, it was time to pack up once again. Neither of us are very good at sitting still for long, especially with spots to check and carp to find.
Forever searching, buddy.
What we saying, man?
Yeah, we've seen the best echo yet, quite low in the water, and just a little bit downstream from where we're fishing, but at the same depths as what we're fishing. So we've got a little spot on the lake we've baited that we're going to go have a look at.
Let's put a bit of effort in here. Someone fishing.
Yeah, boat's moored up opposite, so that one's dead to us for the minute. We're going to obviously be checking out all the water in between here and there. We'll quickly get a bit of bait in now. Then on the way back, we're going to head up to the river, check the other spot that we've been baiting. Yeah, I've been quite giddy coming up here, you know, excited to see if there's more fish, less fish.
Not very solid, is it?
No. I haven't seen enough to move on unless there's this go here, which I very much doubt.
Pretty much nothing there.
Yeah, pretty much nothing. In fact, it's a bit more than pretty much. There is nothing.
There is nothing. There is no party.
No room 2, no main arena. So yeah, we're just going to trickle a little bit of bait in. We'll probably head back to where we was before. Whichever one's got the most activity around it is where we're going to be fishing. But it doesn't matter, even if we don't fish that other spot, if we get back from looking at that spot and this spot isn't as good as that one, then we go up there. If that spot's not as good as this one, then we go all the way back up there again, bait it again, come back down, get our rods out here. So maybe save that for the last night. Non-stop.
Non-stop.
For me, it's a fundamental part of this kind of angling. You know, we're not going to sit in the same spot and not do anything all day. You know, there's jobs that need to be done on a daily basis, and this is one of them that we're doing now. So, yeah, mate, it's all to play for.
Let's give him some food.
Yeah, no doubt. Just going to bait lightly over quite a large area. You don't want to put too much in and feed them off, but at the same time, any fish that are in the vicinity, more so downstream, we want them to be picking up the scent of that key cray and L030 and a bit of Gary Bay special liquids.
Yeah, they are really, really stinking and potent.
After doing the rounds for the morning, again heading upstream and downstream to check all the potential spots, we stopped back at base camp for something to eat. There wasn't much to go on elsewhere and the spot was looking good. We thought we may as well get the rods out.
Well, we were just sat here enjoying a cup of tea. And I put a third rod out, a little bit upstream. Saw a couple of targets on the echo. And it's ripped off, it hasn't taken long.
It's right under them trees, mate.
Woman. River power.
Sweet, mate. Oh, look at him. Yeah. Another little warrior.
Result, mate.
Well done.
All that hunting on the boat and we'd snared one from right under our noses. It wasn't a monster, but it was a carp, a proper river character with a spiky dorsal and withered fins. And where there's one, there are usually more. With that, we decided to stay put for the afternoon and get our rods back out nice and early, hoping there was a group of fish in front of us, not just one or two. As Samir predicted, bite time came in the early hours, and as it got light, we had a fish apiece waiting in the sack for photos.
Well, we could have stayed, we could have gone, we ended up staying, and what have we got?
We've got two lovely wild river commons. Yeah, no, what a change for events, eh? Yeah, and what a result? Two fish, one
yeah,
for me, one for you.
Both in the dark, what about 2:30, 3 o'clock for you?
Yeah.
So an hour later for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, result. No monsters, bruv, but
everyone's a gem, mate.
river carp, man.
Wild
river carp.
Buzzing. Not the biggest fish in the world, but well appreciated all the same. I love every single one of them, mate. Wild fish. That's what it's all about. No names.
How's the bag?
Mate, killing me, mate. But medicate and move on. Path of a soldier.
Despite the evening's success, we still had work to do and spots to check, so the rods were brought in, the gear packed away, and we prepared for another day on the boat. As much as we wanted to move on, and against both our inclination, it was looking like staying put was going to be the best option. We baited yet again down by the bridge and headed back to the swim. With my fish coming in the afternoon the day before, we wanted to get the rods out earlier than we had been. We unloaded the van and set about preparing for the night ahead. Gnarly, man.
Well, this little character decided to rattle off about 3:30 this morning. It was an absolute one-noter after 2 beats. Spool was in meltdown, waded out like the 100 yards to the edge where it drops down to 3.5 metres, and he was snagged up under a rock. The line was going under a rock. I thought I'd best make the call to make a couple of steps into the deeper water, which worked out well for this chap because we managed to ping the line out from under the rock. But it was a step too far for me because I ended up going to bed with a wet arse and a wet leg last night. But well worth it though. Look at him, mate. The only mirror of the trip so far. Character, mate, and that's what we like.
River gold.
Magic, mate. Beautiful.
He's a lovely carp, man.
That there was holding him. Oh, praise.
Today, the boat would firmly stay put. There were definitely a few carp in the area, and we were catching a good size of fish, the average being over 20 pounds. With 24 hours left, we felt our best chance of a really big river carp would be to sit tight.
This was, funny enough, this is the rig I caught fish on last night, and it was, the reason why I was using this rig is because it was already tied and in my rig box, left over the other week. So normally I'd use a fangs twister or something like that with a kicker on, quite a long hair, two hook bait, size 2, you know, with a sleeve and a loop at the end so I use it with quick links.
Yeah.
So we just wanted a big hook, big strong hook, and a sharp point.
Yeah.
And a strong material. So just went for 35 combi and left the skin on.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of extra abrasion resistance fishing over the rocks and the other bits and pieces. Using a hard-on bottom bait, These are like some extra hard hook baits from Nash. They're pretty solid stuff. We've got possum chat, we've got goby. So we've got some nuisance species that we really don't want pecking them into oblivion, you know.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit tougher. Nothing special, that is it, mate. Simple. And that fish was proper nailed as well. Just the curve of it all, you know, I ain't got to bother using the kicker, it's still a straight point. It produced a fish, that's what we got.
Nice and easy.
Simple. It's not just that, if you have got to tie a lot of rigs, you can knock them out quick, and half the time with these places, when it's on, it's on. And if you're
you don't want to be wasting your time, do ya?
With a tarty rig and a D rig and all these little special, no. Just do a quick knock the snort, kick the air out, big bait, in you go, fishing.
The river had been good to us and we'd worked hard for our fish. I even felt we perhaps deserved more for our efforts. After a quiet day and with evening approaching, we began to set the traps one last time and the river seemed more alive than ever. It was warmer tonight. We both slept under the stars, full of anticipation. In the early hours, I had a violent take. I jumped in the boat and got towed across the river in the darkness by the biggest fish of the trip, a mega long common. As I was replacing the rod, Samir had an absolute melter. It was his turn to be beasted in the boat by an even bigger river monster, and eventually we netted the fish some 300 yards downstream.
Proper buzzed out, that's what we come here for, mate. Big battles, wild fish, beautiful environment. This was all to play for in the domain public, mate.
Yeah, really nice way to end our little trip, man.
Yeah, we've had a right good run, really, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely.
A few stunners, and now we end up on these two dogs. Perfect trip, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
At £32, I had my River 30, and to brace it with Samir and a new River PB of over £38, I couldn't have been happier. The hard work had paid off. It was mission accomplished. Until next time.